everybody. I want to talk about my 5 top water baits. Now, I got a video you'll see following this. Went out and fishing and kind of used them all. But I just wanted to get a video out showing what I use. Most of them you will know. There's probably one in here you had maybe never even heard of using actually for topwater fishing. So right off the bat, I'll start with this guy. I'm sure you've all probably heard of him by now, the Whopper Plopper. That's the bigger one. Larry Goldberg, I think, is the one that sort of invented this. He'd been working with River to Sea, and he does a lot of stuff with those guys. And I think it started out over in the Amazon for peacock bass is actually where this thing maybe was developed, but I'm not sure. This thing just works. The bigger one, I love it. The little one, I tried the little one last year. I wasn't really impressed. It was all right, kind of like a buzzbait is nowadays. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. This guy seems to be my main yout, that hurt, main bait so far this year for topwater when I'm fishing topwater. I'll jump right to what last year and for last several years, and still probably my favorite overall bait for topwater would be this guy, and that's the Pop Max from Mega Bass. And this is I forget the name of what color they call this, and this one is beat to heck. I've had to change out the front hook. I've even had the tail rewrapped from a local fly fishing shop here, Matt, up at Rainbow Trout. And it still works. A little more subtle. One you should always have would be some sort of hollow bodied frog that goes through the gunk, whether it be the popping ones like what this one is, or the ones with the pointed nose that they don't really get through any better than this. This guy pretty much goes through everything. But now I have rattles in mine, and I do shorten and alternate the leg. I have one shorter than the other, and they're shorter than what they come with, and I think just kind of helps it walk better. But when there's nasty stuff where you can't throw anything else, you want to throw a frog. Now, what I've started using, and I've done it for a few years now, and this is the one you probably don't know about for topwater. And it doesn't work all the time. There's usually something topwater that will work better, but occasionally, and this is Reaction Innovation Skinny Dipper. That's a Houdini color. But just take you a swim bait. It doesn't have to be this one. Bass Pro Shops has their house brand. I think Strike King makes some that look similar to this. I like Reaction Innovations because of the extra ribbing here. I think it just moves more water as it's going through the water. But you basically will Texas rig that just like you would a worm or whatever. Put it through there weightless, and I always add some sort of rattle, whether it be this big one, a little one. Occasionally I'll throw it without if it's real clear water, but usually I add some sort of extra noise. I want them to see it moving, hear it coming as far as the sound and the vibration. But this little guy will pretty much, just like you skin hook the worm, when you've got it hooked up, go through all that nasty stuff. As long as you cast it out and it immediately pick it up and start reeling back, that the frog will. It is almost just as effective and weedless as the frog. Now you can't hesitate it like this. This you can slow down, but there's just times when they want something kind of fast and they're not really hitting the frog right, that this little guy here works real good. So it'd be an idea to keep that rigged up and ready. And then of course the last one, which it's not my favorite by far anymore. I mean, there was at one time when buzzbaits were the talk of the town kind of thing, but it's been several years since they've really been I guess, dominant topwater bait for me. They'll still work, and it's important, I think, to get them to where they do the squeaking and all that, just like they always have been. But I don't know, they're hard. They're the hardest probably to cast topwater bait you'll use, because this blade, and you toss it and it'll veer off 10 foot out of the way of where you were throwing it at any given time. So they still work and they have their place, but you have to keep them moving. You can't hesitate them much. There's a lot of new technology out where these guys, you can pause them and do different stuff with them, and they create almost the same disturbance that I very rarely throw these now, but it's still one of those, it's top 5. It needs to be in your box at any given time. There's been a couple times the last few years that is what they were hitting on. But anyway, guys, I hope you liked that little quick video on the top 5 topwater baits. And you know, I guess I should talk real quick about, and it's in several of my other videos, but this is the Booyah popping pad crusher. That's pretty much almost the only frog I throw nowadays. I have some others. It's by far my favorite. It just, the hookup ratio seems way better. I can walk the dog with it, and it just flat out works. And I don't really even, I have a couple, you know, the non-pointed, and I have some of the smaller versions, but this is their 1/2 ounce popping pad crusher. And now I like the white bellied one. I just lost it today, as a matter of fact, in this video you'll be watching. But this color here sometimes seems to be effective too. And that's pretty much it. The Whopper Plopper. Don't really have any favorite brand of buzz baits. I actually like the cheaper the better. They seem to have squeak, just these cheap blades. When you get too fancy, I think they go away from what made the buzz bait a good bait. But anyway, guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and like always, guys, thanks for watching. Get you some.